Hi, I'm Tamara and you're on Tamara's Paper Trail. This is Tamara's Tips. I'm mass producing a card today and I wanted to give you a little tip on how to make things a little bit easier. Whether you're mass producing or not, we always have those times when we're trying to stamp on a small image and it can be very difficult to get it lined up. One option is you can stamp the image and then punch it out. But there's another trick that you can do that's going to just make life a lot faster for you. Now this works with our punched images, but it also works with die cuts. So I'm going to show you how to do this, this little hack with a punch, but it's fantastic also with our die cuts. So in this case, I'm using, it's a retired punch. I don't know, some sort of label punch sold by Stamp-a-Ratus. And it was the perfect size and length for the In My Thoughts, which is from the currently in the current catalog, the In the Moment stamp set. Item number 157987 for $33 in Canada. And like I say, I'm mass producing them. So you could spend a lot of time, energy, and paper trying to get it centered, or you can do this little hack. So you're going to take your, just grab a piece of scrap paper and punch your image out and put it on your stamp-a-ratus. Best tool ever. This is a positioning tool, so it's going to help line things up properly. It's going to help you get good, clean images over and over. So if you're like me, I like a good crisp image, especially if I'm using black. And if you stamp it once and it's not very dark, then you're like, I wanted it darker. This, the stamp-a-ratus allows you to re-stamp it over and over and over, and the image isn't going to move. That's what this is, an positioning tool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my stamp, You're In My Thoughts. Now you want to flip it over if you're using the red rubber, which this one is, and just see how it has been trimmed. Come on, focus. How it's been trimmed by their laser cutters. This one is pretty good in that it is fairly centered. Come on, focus. Doesn't want to focus. There we go. You can see it's fairly well centered in that red rubber. Sometimes it's trimmed really, really closely to the words. So when you turn it over, you're thinking that it's straight, but it's not. So you want to keep that in mind. So I'm just going to place my stamp in the center of my cutout, and I'm going to close the door, and that's going to pick up the stamp, and then I'm going to ink it up. Now, kind of key to this process is you need a piece of scrap paper underneath, and I've used our grid paper that is specifically, it's an 8x8 pad of paper that is specifically made to use with the stamp-a-ratus. So now I'm going to close, it's inked up, so I'm going to close the door, give it a little push, and I'm going to see how centered it is. Am I going to be happy with that? And you know what? It's pretty bang on. But let's just pretend it's off a little bit. And so you're just going to move this scrap paper until you're happy with the placement of the sentiment within that window. So now you've got it centered where you want it. You're just going to grab, let's do it in this color, just so you can see the difference. I punch out 3-4 of these. So here's ones I've got punched out. You just pop it in the hole. Ink it up. Close the door. Bam! Perfectly centered. And you just keep on going. The fastest way to get multiples quickly, the best way to save paper and time, and it's going to be perfect every single time. I love it. It's a great hack. There you go. I'm off and running. That's it. Thank you very much. That's Tamara's tips for today. Have a great day.